Well, damn. All right.
Hopefully, we're live. We're live. Hey, there we are.
Oh,
Hey,
hey!
everybody. Welcome back to another Anime Bingeaholics show review. I'm your host, Ranger J, 1999. That lovely lady
Lady
next to her.
Pooh!
Yeah, she didn't even give me a chance to introduce her. Just said Lady
Nope,
Pooh.
just, hey, throwing it out there.
Yep. She's been eating
Yes.
uh,
Blue
all.
Diamond Bold Sweet Thai Chili Almonds. These things are amazing.
Well, there you go. So, and we are here. We are the Anime Bingeaholics, and we love anime. We gorge it. We watch it. We sleep with it. We love it. We stroke it. We call it George. We do a lot of stuff with anime.
Okay, Elvira. We're gonna call it mine next, too.
No, that's from Bugs Bunny when Daffy Duck and the
And,
monster, and he says, "I will love him and squeeze him and call
oh
him
yeah,
George."
that
Ah,
little
the big
giant
giant
hair
monster.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so we are doing a anime review of Jujitsu Kaisen, one of the newer
Jujutsu
animes.
Kaisen!
It is a fantastic anime, and it's just started the second half of, I believe, season one. We're reviewing the first 13 episodes,
Yep.
so we're going to be covering the 13 episodes today. What is Jujutsu Kaisen? Do you know, Lady Pool, what Jujutsu Kaisen's all about?
I'm gonna let you do this one.
No, no, I'm
I
not.
don't.
I'm putting you on the spot. What would you say?
No! No! I don't wanna fuck it up!
What would you say if you describe it in one word? What would describe Jujutsu Kaisen plot wise? Starts with a C.
Oh god, complex, amazing,
No, oh,
freaking. I don't know. There's a lot of things. Like,
curses. It's
yeah,
all
curses,
about
definitely yes, curses.
curses.
Yes,
Jeez.
curses.
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't looking at the broad picture there. I was looking at the more in-depth picture.
Right.
Sorry,
Right. Mm-hmm.
my bad.
It's good. 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 Good save. But no, really. Jujutsu Kaisen is an anime, and I gotta say, wonderfully animated. Studio that
Yes,
did is Mappa, Mappa. They are fantastic. The fights alone in this are ridiculously good. Um,
dude. I just rewatched all of it today,
oh, so
so it
good.
would be fresh in my mind for this. And
Mm.
oh my god, oh my god,
It's good.
oh,
It's good. It's really good. Because I
oh,
didn't know what all the hype was about. And I'm like, a lot of people were really hyping the shit out of this.
seriously.
And I don't buy hype. I just don't. I always go in and watch it for myself, and I'll make up my own damn mind about stuff.
Like
But
occasionally, if something gets my attention, I'll be like, okay, sure, I'll buy into the hype and see what it's
sure,
about,
we'll see what it's
because
about.
it's
But
interesting. It looks interesting enough to me to see if it's worth it. Ah, my nose is itchy. Sorry, but this one, I kept hearing the name, and I'm like, huh, I wonder what this is about. And I finally
it's
looked into it, and holy shiitake mushrooms. I was like, yup, I'm watching this.
yeah. So
Watching
the
it.
concept is
Done.
that the group that this main character, and we'll get into all this stuff here in a bit, but the main character, Yuji Itatori, is just a normal high schooler. He loves horror movies and that kind of genre.
And staying fit and being crazy
He
because
isn't
he's like,
crazy
dude,
athletic, but he's not.
yeah,
He doesn't
crazy
want to do
athletic.
sports, so
Yeah.
you
Like he
see.
has a natural affinity for
I know.
athleticism.
I love how at the beginning the coach was trying to get him to join the track
Like,
and
join
field team.
us, blah blah blah. And he was just like, nah, I don't want to.
So they have
Nah.
that contest, and he throws the shot put like way further than the coach. He's just like, "What the hell?"
Right?
The coach's all big and bulky and stuff, and
He's like that typical, like,
yeah, he's
heaving
that
that thing.
PE teacher. You're just like, okay.
Yeah. And then you're
But
doing
he's into horror. He's got his friends, and they have a little group, and it gets into that, and this is prevalent in Japanese culture that curses. You can curse.
it's very
Curses go
prevalent
back.
in
Yeah, and
Japanese
curses
culture.
go back in all societies in different ways. In Rome, ancient Rome, for example, when you went to a temple, something along those lines, you could take a bronze parchment and you could, or wax parchment, and you could write stuff on there, a curse, or
Hmm.
to someone like, so and so had a better cloak than me, curse him, oh great Hercules and Zeus, and
Yeah, it's a
you
whole lot
know,
of petty bullshit mostly,
but
but
they would wrap it up and put it in there. And um, what they did with this concept is that curses are part of the human psychological underpinning that fears and hatred and wants and desires and evil and all this stuff actually manifests itself in energy.
And
That
can like birth these
it can
curses.
birth these creatures that are, the monsters.
Oh, I have a visitor.
Uh-oh. Is it one of the
Hmm?
monsters from Jujitsu Kaisen?
No,
Is it a haint?
no.
No, it's not a haint. Okay.
Hey, hey, take your pink little headphone stuff and go back to the living room. Okay. Love you. Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thanks for coming in, JC. Have a great day. Get out of here. Bye.
All
Uh,
right, pretty
but
much.
a fascinating concept, where the curses manifest them into, normally the smaller level curses, little monsters, things of that nature. Um, but there are more powerful and even more ancient curses that exist. And
Mm-hmm.
what happens is he finds an object. Now, a lot of objects
Sakuna.
are vessels that are used to hold these spirits, these curses in.
Basically, they're like relics that are
Yeah, you can
infused
say they're
with these
relics.
that are infused with these cursed energies to keep them like there, to keep them in there, to keep them trapped, and to be like, hey, you're done.
Right. So, now the big one is Saguna, and we'll get into this. He's like the top dog. He was a former sorcerer. Uh, that no, he was a curse that got so powerful that the sorcerers, when they defeated him, cut his body into 20 parts. All right, because
He
they couldn't
was
destroy
originally
him.
a human who
A
was a
human who was a
sorcerer.
sorcerer, but then he started. I think he
When he
started.
died, he became a
Right,
curse,
and he became
and
like the most
that's
powerful one. Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. And so they broke up his body into little pieces. Well, little does our protagonist know that he has found this curse in the damn playing field of school, and left it with his two friends, and he meets.
It's attracting all kinds of little baby curses.
Yeah, it's not good. And so, well, what do those two do? Being that they're in the horror club and love all this kind of occult stuff, start taking it apart and find out that it's a finger of this dude. Good God in heaven. And so, he runs into a guy who's looking for it. He's tapping in and trying to find out where this cursed object is, Megami. And find out that his friends got it, and they run over there, and basically a fight ensues because they release this spirit. And so what, it attracts this. Once his fingers release, it attracts the bigger, more dangerous spirits,
Who
who
then
will,
tries to absorb
yeah, they will
the
absorb,
finger.
well, not just the finger, but they absorb the human beings around them and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really nasty. And so a fight ensues, and Yuji in the bell.
Yuji shows no fear.
No, he goes in
Like
there because
at
Megami
all.
starts getting his ass kicked, and so, um,
Yuji's just like, ta-da! Wha-bam!
to get the power to defeat this, he swallows the finger of this guy.
Because his goal is like, do not let him have the
I
finger.
mean, he
And
ate the
he's like,
finger.
okay, swallow.
Yeah, so it then leads to him being introduced to a world where he learns about the sorcerers, and so their whole purpose is they work with the Japanese government, a secret society that works on, um, anytime there's any kind of incident, they are called in. Now, he starts attending the academy there. He's a first year, meets up with another first year, and then they meet up with the second years and the third years. And what's interesting is that you have the higher level sorcerers, but the students get their hands dirty immediately, with lower end
Mm-hmm.
curses. I
Immediately.
mean, and so that's what it really goes about. Then we get introduced to the antagonist of the story, and it's a bunch of unregistered curses. The big one being Mahito, and he is the Frankenstein monster professor, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Uh, what else could you describe
Oh,
him
yeah.
as? He
Him.
is he is a psychopath. I mean, he
Oh,
is
God, yes, he is.
psychosociopath in the top degree.
He's very intriguing.
He's intriguing in the
Like,
sense that he's trying to evolve himself, but
it's very cool because you can,
he has no connection to humanity. Although he meets a young boy that kind of piques his interest in humanity and stuff, but only in the sense that he uses him, but he's just
Yeah.
curious about him, just to understand
He
human
literally
beings.
uses the kid as like a test
Yeah,
subject.
it's all
And it's very intriguing to watch because you watch this Frankenstein of a
curse.
curse
Yeah.
become enthralled and curious, and he's literally like a little child with a toy.
Well,
He's just
he's just been
playing.
born. These unregistered
Yeah,
curses are starting to gain consciousness, and they're brand new, and they've evolved, and they're
but you get to
trying.
see him like go through the trial and error of like evolving and learning what his
Well,
abilities are and everything. Nope, you do get to see him,
you do,
you
but
know,
it's what's sick
attempt,
about it is
especially the dimension.
his
The
it's sick. It's
Yeah,
sick what he does. He takes
yeah,
he finds the unwanted, the undesirable, and he starts doing manipulation and basically science experiments on these people,
he's
turning them.
literally a Frankenstein.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He is,
He is.
and
Mm,
in a sick and twisted way, it's kind of intriguing. Not
so,
gonna lie,
uh,
but it's it's also cool how the whole like story around him goes.
yeah, he doesn't understand. He just does not. He cannot comprehend what he's doing as wrong. He doesn't,
Yeah.
and but he's also in the same
What is it?
way.
Is it a sociopath who doesn't have emotions?
Yeah, I would say that would be a good way to
Yeah.
describe
It's
him.
literally like watching a sociopath trying to figure out how life works.
Or to understand happiness.
Yeah,
It's a
there you go.
concept that they are
Yeah.
not able to understand. He does not understand that his actions are wrong, nor does he really care, because he is more about learning what he can do to evolve himself in the projects that he is doing.
Hmm.
It's nothing for him when he meets that young kid. I'm trying to remember his name.
Uh,
Um,
oh God, I literally just had his name in my head.
I had him. He's a high schooler, and I cannot
Yeah, and he
think
has
of.
the one piece of hair over his face.
Yeah, he's not a student, and I'm trying to figure out, like,
No, he becomes a Jujitsu Kaisen student.
does he?
Yeah, for like all of,
It's not Utah, is it?
huh?
Is it Utah?
No.
No, it's not Utah. I can't remember the kid's name. And I apologize. I didn't have who that is. I have a list of like all the characters and hmm.
Oh, I think I have an almond stuck in my throat.
But anyway, so that's really the concept and the background and what this all leads to. Now, some of the cooler guys, the one that I love the most is Satoru, and he is
Goju,
oh
Gojo.
my god, he is
Love Gojo.
Satoru Gojo. He is unbelievably awesome. I love the way he is,
Oh
just
my God.
his attitude, the way he's a part of this society, but he does shit his own way. Um, and he just you can see that he cares, and he does care, and he is a very selfless person, but he is going to do it his own way because he just thinks he knows better. And you can't
Yeah,
argue
there's that.
because when he gets going, he's one of the most powerful sorcerers there are. I mean, he basically kicks the shit out of a couple curses. I mean, they try to ambush him in one
Oh my
episode,
God.
and
Right.
he's just having the best time of
That's
his
the
life.
episode that I was about to bring up too, when he finally
Oh
takes
my
off that
god.
blindfold.
And you see his eyes. Oh my
Okay,
god.
first of all, he should not be allowed to have such beautiful freaking eyeballs. All
Ah,
right,
well,
like those things are gorgeous,
oh god.
gorgeous. And if my
Uh,
best friend is listening, you're gonna understand this reference. I want his eyes.
they're pretty badass. And
They
you
are
because you're wondering like why is he always got his eyes covered?
right. Like
He's got a
why?
Kakashi sensei kind of vibe to him. Um, more fun, more jokey, more more carefree. But when the rubber meets the road, man, he does not f around. I mean, that dude
Uh.
is badass. The other guy that was in there was the other sensei that later on in the episode that starts training him, and I'm trying to figure out,
Nanami.
is that the guy with the that's in the suit and stuff?
Yep, Nanami.
Yeah, he was so
He's
cool
not
too.
really okay. As he put it, don't call me teacher. I will slap you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really cool, and he has a pretty cool ability too. Um, it was just really good, and there is consequences to these to what this life is. I mean, they don't play around with this. I mean, these, and a lot of anime shonen, some of the ones not a lot of death happens. This is just the opposite. There are consequences against going against things that are more powerful than you. You will die, and they do have instances where people die in this. Um,
Junpei. That was his name.
that was Junpei.
Junpei.
Okay, but there are serious consequences. They have an episode where the new students go in. They didn't know the level of the spirit that the curse they were going against. Turned out it was an
Oh
upper
yeah, the
level
womb
curse.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it is brutal. I mean,
Yeah.
this episode is. I mean, this show is
It
brutal.
it threw me for a loop because in the beginning of the episode, it's like basically giving like this report, and it says in there that one of the students, one of the first years died, and I'm just like, oh shit, we're doing this already. Oh snap. Okay.
Well, they do a good,
And
yeah, they do a good job of like timeline skipping and going back and
yeah.
and stuff. And I love the way they do the storytelling in this, where
And then they go in there and it's a whole nother dimension.
yeah,
And it ends up being like hundreds of levels and everything else. And it's freaking cool.
it's unbelievable.
Honestly.
Like the concept of it is just brilliant.
Like
I
it's
mean,
brilliant.
this
But
whole
they
concept of
finally meet the curse, and he ends up being an S class or special, class.
we have speaking of curses.
Yeah, we have my oldest. Okay, go. I love you, my little demon, but go.
Yeah, I'm almost done streaming.
No, I'm not. Almost done streaming it. Go. Bye bye. Love you.
I
Bye.
was gonna ask
Bye. You can ask me in a little bit. Bye. Anyway,
The life of a mama.
yep. Go ask your dad.
There it is.
But they come up upon the curse, and one of them gets sucked into a hole.
Yep.
The other two just get frozen in complete fear as this thing just blinks right behind them, and they're just like, "Oh, holy shiitake mushrooms!"
He dies.
He dies.
He
Like,
dies, and it wasn't
the
for
lead-
because the main guy, the evilest guy, is possessing him, and he keeps eating more fingers, and so he dies, and they make a pact. But the main curse inside of him, Sakuna was like, the reason he reacts is not so much to save the dude's life, is because this new curse was getting up at him. He was
basically.
he was getting up. He's like, "Oh, you think you're powerful? Let me give you a lesson on like what power is," and just destroys it. Like
he has fun with it. Like literally
playing
has
with
fun
his
with
food.
it.
He was just playing with his food. It was God. But yeah, there's consequences all over this, and I like these kind of animes where the good guy faces the bad guy, the good guy wins, nobody dies. It's one of those. This is not
one of those.
No,
this is not one of those.
Mm-mm.
This is one of those that makes you sit there and think about your actions and what your consequences will be from those actions. And it makes you realize that these characters have to make those tough decisions.
Yeah, they're really like Ittori is Yuji is scared.
Yuji's struggling.
I mean he's a brave person, but when in that circumstance and you see this curse, this monster in front of you, they do a great job of showing him having to overcome his fear.
Like episode 13.
Yeah.
He did that when he was fighting the Frankenstein dude.
Showing his resolve to get past that fear, that hesitation, that this is a life and death situation. Either I'm going to win and live, or I'm going to lose and die. There is no middle ground. There is no I could escape. There's no escaping. You're in. Yeah. You're all in, or you're all out. And if you're all out, you're going to die. So those are the kind of situations which makes what's his name so funny because Gojo doesn't. He's like, I don't care. He's just there to kick that ass, man. Yeah, he doesn't.
Gojo is just Gojo.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god, he's one of those characters just like, oh, life and death. Okay, let's have fun.
yeah, let's have fun with it. Whatever.
Whatever. Now, the first 13 episodes have been brilliant. I mean, absolutely brilliant. Now,
Absolutely
they started
phenomenal.
releasing. There was a New Year's special. I haven't watched it yet, nor episode
I haven't
14.
either.
I haven't seen 14 or 15.
I haven't either.
I usually
I stopped
binge.
at 14 because I was like, oh, this is the new stuff. Let me pause because I don't think we're going over that. So I haven't watched it yet, just in case, and glad I stopped because I don't want to accidentally give something off because knowing me, I would.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Man.
so through episode 13, and they do a great job at episode 13, it is an ending of an arc. So 14 picks up after that arc, which is really cool. But I can't recommend this enough. I had a blast with this show. I've got some really good vibes from this.
I have really high hopes for this show.
I do too. I mean,
I even have such high hopes for it that I put it on my top 20 anime list.
Yeah, you did.
And,
I'm not there yet with it, but yeah,
yeah,
I can see why you
put
did.
it up there, and I'm really excited to see where this anime goes.
If the second half is as good as the first half, it's going to definitely be in my top 30. I mean,
yeah.
I've not had this much fun with an anime recently since Mob Psycho 100. Mob Psycho 100, especially the second season, blew me out of the water. Blew my mind of how good that was.
Like, I'm absolutely in love with this anime, and I'm loving where the direction it's heading. I'm loving the artistry of it. You know, the artwork.
The artwork is unbelievable.
I mean, it's fantastic.
The fight scenes are so brutal.
Oh my god.
God, they're brutal.
Fights, I mean, they have no holds bar with these fights.
No.
And it's fantastic. I love it.
Well, it's the way they draw it. It's the angles in which they do the fights and the way the action takes place. They did a phenomenal job with the action in this anime. And I mean, the fight scenes are really well drawn, really well. It's not a 1-to-1. It is really, really well done. You feel the different angles, the way they draw it, the way they do the camera. It is the panning, everything they do with this is fantastic. So if you're looking for an anime, I wouldn't give this an S class yet. I'm still on A with this anime. It's that good.
The other thing about it too is that not only does it have the awesome fight scenes and everything, it still has the funny parts.
Yeah, lots of good humor, and the humor's there when it needs to be. It's really funny. It's
not a forced humor either.
It's
not. Natural humor.
It's natural humor. The characters are well written. They're well developed. It makes sense. The world makes sense. The way the fighting system makes sense. The motivations for both the antagonist and the protagonist are developed in a way that you understand it. So it's just really well drawn, really well executed, very well written, very in-depth characters that I'm very interested in learning more about. But I get the hype. I mean, I really do. I mean, this is the two animes that I'm really following right now is this one and Attack of Titan season 4. I mean, I'm waiting because I like to binge, so I'll wait till they all come out and then I'll binge them all. But yeah, if you're looking for an action pack, now warning, this is not a kid's show by any stretch of the imagination. This guy has got more blood and gore than you can see.
I love it. Yes. And I've already told my kids they cannot watch it.
No, this is not for anybody under the age of God, I would say even 13 years. I mean, you're pushing it. Because it is gruesome, it is violent, blood everywhere, but it is not gore just to be gory. It's part of the process, right, of the scenes and things that are happening. So it's well executed in that as well so far. But yeah, this is not for the light of heart.
Oh, I remember that. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was remembering something that Kitty Yoda sent last week.
What is that?
The Japanese claw machine thing.
Oh, I think he sent that to me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, what did you send me to, man? What is this? The hell is this? Um, but no, let's give our rating and then we can start wrapping it up. I'm going to give Jujutsu Kaisen right now, I'm going to say 8.75, about 8.75 to 9. I haven't really decided yet. I want to see more. If the second part of season one is as good as the first part, it's going to go into the nines, possibly an S class anime for me. Right now, it's an A because as much as I like, I'm not quite there yet. It is phenomenal. It's really good. I'm just right on that fence of like where it needs to be. I was kind of the same way. If it keeps developing, say like Attack on Titan did, and it just keeps getting better and better, like Mob Psycho 100 did. Yeah, it's going to be in my
Oh
top
my god,
10.
if it follows the same route as Attack on Titan did, holy balls, this is going to be a phenomenal anime.
Yeah, but we've
Oh,
seen we've seen this before. Like
yeah, we've seen it start out so
we've
strong
seen
and
anime
then
strong, and then for some reason the second
just
part or
tanks.
season two just doesn't work. It's just not as good.
Yeah.
So it's going to be holding on this studio to make this happen. I'm curious, Lady Pool, where do you have this in your top 20 already? Animes of all
I
time.
do have this on my top 20 already. I have a lot of high hopes for this anime. Oh, I do. Um I my rating, I would give it probably about an 8.5 right now. Um I've definitely give it an A for the letter rating.
Okay.
It's definitely in my top 30s, top 20s.
Yes, it was in your
It's
top 20, so
yeah, I love it. I have such
I'm
high hopes for
surprised
this anime.
you didn't give it an S class rating if it's already in your. Where was your
It's not quite at the S class rating, but
pretty
it's
close?
yeah, it's like right on the cusp. I just want to see a little bit more to see how it progresses, mostly to see before I give it that like golden trophy award, basically.
Yeah. So without getting too much into anything else, watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It is
Yes,
phenomenal.
10/10 do recommend.
We do highly recommend this show. Um, Now, what we have to do again is now that we got the YouTube thing going up, we'll do anime review of. We're gonna try to do that next week. We're gonna do it one more
Yeah.
time. It should upload, so we don't have to ever do it again. One
Hopefully.
Punch Man and Konosuba. We got to get those
Yeah.
up. My Christ in heaven. We've done this will be the third time
Hopefully, third time's the
because it was
charm.
supposed to upload before and it didn't do it the last few times and we
Yeah.
lost the episodes, so we can't go back and upload them, which really sucks. But and hey,
That looks like spam.
yeah, he's getting banned.
Yep.
Let's see here. Yeah, banned. Sorry.
Anyway, back to the topic.
That shit ain't gonna fly with homie.
Nope.
So we'll be next week. So it'll be a longer episode because we're going to cover Konosuba. We're going to cover One Punch Man again. Actually, you know what? Let's do them separately because we've been doing each one of these about 30 minutes. Is about what you want for a YouTube.
Okay.
Actually, what
Separate.
we'll do is we'll do one, stop, then we'll redo the stream again and just do two separate streams so we get two separate videos.
Got it.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
So we'll do that. So you can stay on the channel. We'll stop streaming, but then we'll stream again. That way we
It's
get a
like
separate stream.
it's kind of like intermission,
Mm-hmm.
and then we come back.
Get something to drink,
Yeah.
get something,
Intermission and come back, and I come back with probably food and coffee.
throw a sock at one of the chitlins.
Probably.
So this will be uploaded on YouTube. In the comments, tell us what you think. Be constructive. If you be an ass clown and write stupid stuff or attack someone, well, you know what we'll do. We'll just ban your ass. I ain't got time for that shit. Neither does Lady
Nope.
Pearl.
No time for that.
Homie, don't play that. So with that, we're gonna wrap this one up. Watch Jujutsu Kaisen. It is phenomenally good. Highly recommend that you check it out. And let us know what you think. Did you like it? How much did you like it? Did you not like it? Why didn't you like it? That's always fair. Yeah, all anime, all film, all TV is all subjective of what you like and what you don't like, and it's fair. Just be fair in your criticism about what it is. And again, if someone disagrees with you, don't go after them. because we don't put up with that stuff. Fair,
Ew.
constructive conflict is good. If you make points that are fair and constructive, you'll always be allowed. But if you say you're a poo-poo head and start cussing at someone, then out you go. So,
Bye-bye.
yeah, not but bye. All right. Anything else, Lady Pool, that you want to say?
Keep hand sanitizer on you. Stay
Yes.
masked when you're out in public.
Please.
COVID ain't fun.
No.
Trust me, I know.
She had the corona, and we're thankful that she's fine.
Yeah, I'm
glad
fine.
you got through
Still
it.
don't have all my sense of smell and taste back, but
Yeah, so I'm just
working
glad
on
it was not as bad as it could have been. So we're glad
Yeah,
Lady
I
pulled
am
out
too.
it. And it's not just her. There's a lot of streamers that we do stuff with that have gotten the Rona.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
and they
it's
do
not
all
fun.
the right stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
they don't know how they got it. My neighbors got it. They don't know how they got it. They've been social distancing and all that stuff and working from home. They do not know how they got the Rona, and it is.
I still don't know how I got it. Like, I do the hand sanitizer.
I blame
do
DPK.
the freaking Lysol. I have like a little bottle of disinfectant spray with me. I mean, like, I do it all. So
I'm going to say it was your hubby somehow.
Yeah, I'm going to go with him.
Yeah,
I blame
asymptomatic
him.
hubby. Gotcha. But yeah, so be safe out there. Wear your social distance. Wash your hands. Wash your face. Do all that stuff. I mean, it's the best you can.
Be careful.
Just be careful. So have a great rest of your time. Check out the rest of our stuff. We got other anime reviews that we've done. We'll keep doing reviews, and you guys keep watching. We'll keep putting them out. So on behalf of myself and Lady Pull, peace out. Salute.
Bye-bye.